After eating, what's the first thing you do? Most of us probably sit down. Maybe we lie on the couch, or we get lost scrolling on our phones. But what if I told you that the healthiest thing you could do after a meal is simply to walk? For over 1,400 years, walking was a natural and consistent part of the daily life of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And today, modern science is finally catching up, discovering exactly why this light movement after eating might be one of the simplest and most powerful health habits you can adopt. Now let's be clear. The Prophet, peace be upon him, lived an incredibly active life. He walked frequently and he deeply disliked laziness and inactivity. While you might not find a specific, authentic narration that commands a post-meal walk, his entire lifestyle was built around movement. It wasn't about eating a big meal and then sitting for hours. His life was balanced, it was active, and it was always moderate. This is a crucial point. The Sunnah was not a sedentary lifestyle. It was a way of living that naturally included constant, gentle movement. So, what actually happens in our bodies after we eat a meal? First, your blood sugar, or glucose, begins to rise. In response, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that helps your cells either use the sugar for energy or store it for later. If you remain completely inactive right after eating, especially after a meal that's heavy in carbohydrates, your blood sugar can spike much higher and faster. Over time, these repeated, sharp spikes in blood sugar can lead to serious health issues. We're talking about things like insulin resistance, where your cells stop responding properly to insulin, which can lead to significant weight gain and even increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. It's a chain reaction that starts with that post-meal inactivity. This is where modern science and ancient wisdom beautifully intersect. A growing body of research now shows that even a very light walk can dramatically reduce these post-meal glucose spikes. Multiple studies have confirmed this. They suggest that walking for just 10 to 15 minutes after your main meals can have a profound impact. It significantly improves your blood sugar control because it helps your muscles absorb the glucose directly from your bloodstream. Think of it this way. When you move, your muscles act like sponges for glucose. They soak it up to use as fuel. This means your body doesn't need to release as much insulin to do the job. You're essentially helping your body manage its energy more efficiently just by taking a short, gentle stroll. And you don't need to do some intense, heart-pounding exercise. We're not talking about running a marathon after dinner. Just simple, easy movement is enough. A light walk does more than just manage blood sugar. It stimulates your circulation, getting your blood flowing more freely throughout your body. This improves the delivery of oxygen to all your tissues and organs, which is fantastic for your overall heart health. Instead of putting a sudden strain on your cardiovascular system, which can happen with intense exercise right after a meal, a gentle walk helps your body transition smoothly from a state of rest and digestion to one of light activity. It's incredibly simple, but the effects are powerful. Let's look at the long-term benefits. When you make post-meal walking a regular habit, you're doing a few key things. You're helping to reduce the amount of excess energy that gets stored as fat. You're improving your overall metabolic efficiency, meaning your body gets better at using the fuel you give it. And all of this supports long-term, sustainable weight control. It's not about a quick fix. It's about building a system that prevents energy from being stored too quickly as fat and instead encourages your body to use it right away. The core of the Sunnah lifestyle was always about avoiding extremes. This applied to everything, especially eating and activity. It meant not overeating, but it also meant not being completely inactive. When you contrast this with our modern lifestyle, the difference is stark. We often eat large calorie-dense meals and then immediately sit for hours at a desk, in a car, or on the couch. Our ancestors, by necessity, moved constantly throughout their day. We, on the other hand, have to make a conscious effort to move at all. What's fascinating is that the Sunnah lifestyle aligns far more closely with the principles of modern preventive medicine than it does with our current culture of convenience. It is almost as if the guidance from 1,400 years ago was designed to protect us from the very problems we face today. There's a famous saying of the Prophet, peace be upon him, that perfectly captures this principle of moderation. He said, "A human being fills no worse vessel than his stomach." He then advised that if one must fill it, then to leave 1/3 for food, 1/3 for drink, and 1/3 for air. This beautiful advice on moderation in eating is perfectly complemented by the idea of movement after eating. They work together. But the benefits don't stop at the physical. Walking is also a well-known tool for mental and emotional well-being. A short walk can help reduce stress and improve your mood, thanks to the release of endorphins. It can also support healthy digestion by gently stimulating the muscles of your digestive tract, which might help with issues like bloating and indigestion. And many people find that a walk after a meal enhances their mental clarity. Instead of feeling that post-meal sluggishness and brain fog, a brief walk can leave you feeling refreshed, re-energized, and mentally sharp. Sometimes we think that achieving good health requires complicated, expensive programs or extreme diets. But the truth is often much simpler. Real, lasting health is often found in the small, consistent habits we practice every single day. The Sunnah was never just a set of rituals. It was a complete and holistic lifestyle. It was about moderation in what we consume, constant movement in our daily lives, and finding balance in absolutely everything. So, let's bring it all together. Modern science is now confirming what has been embedded in this wisdom for centuries. A simple, 10-minute walk after your meals can improve your blood sugar, aid your digestion, and support your heart health. You don't need any expensive equipment. You don't need an extreme workout plan. All you need is movement. Perhaps the healthiest and most profound habits are, and always have been, the simplest ones. So next time you finish a meal, instead of reaching for the remote, maybe try lacing up your shoes and taking a short walk. Your body and mind will thank you for it. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and consider subscribing for more content on health, science, and timeless wisdom. See you in the next one.